Hello and welcome to another edition of Good Morning Pattaya, Pattaya Channel's very own breakfast show. I'm your host, Nick Pendrell, and joining me once again is the lovely Carolyn.
Welcome back. Nick. Are you well?
I'm fine. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Very happy to be here today.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we've got a very good guest with us because we have Rob from Punch and Judy here.
Indeed.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Not at all.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit about Punch and Judy.
Okay. Punch and Judy is a relatively new venture. We're only now just coming up to 4 years.
All right.
At the end of this month, we'll be 4 years into the venture. And so we opened up at the end of October 2010.
Right.
We literally built the place from scratch. We took over the just under 4 units.
Right.
3.5 units. And we renovated the whole place ourselves. So the design was our own. And we've got a front area for front seating, parking for customers. And like I say, we want to know about what we do. Draft beer. It's basically an English-style pub.
Right.
We're not an Irish pub. We're an English pub, and the emphasis was really on. Obviously, it's a pub for selling alcohol and drinks and stuff like this, but we also wanted to create a good menu and serve good food.
So where is it located?
We're located on Soy 8, which is off of Teprasit.
Right.
So if you come from Teprasit down Soy 8, you'll find us on the left-hand side across the road, not far past the Eden Hotel, which is quite well known.
Right.
From Third Road, we're Soy 17.
Okay.
And from there, it's a bit more of a distance up past the line, around the corner.
Right.
So that's where we're based.
So it sounds like a pretty big place.
It's a decent size. We can sit comfortably at around 80 people comfortably. More if we can sit more people. Depends the size of people, and because we have 3 alcoves, we have a round table. We've got and then a lot of other like 4 or 5 or 6 seated tables. So it really depends, but 80 normally, and then it could go up to up towards 100 if possible. Which on Sundays is our busiest day, and then on that day we do just have to squeeze people in.
All right.
So often a booth is comfortable for maybe 5 people, 5 adults maybe like our size. But you could easily put another 2 people there if you had a couple of Asians, which are obviously generally smaller people, or some children. So yeah.
And Sunday's your busiest day. Is this because you do the full English Sunday?
We do a full Sunday roast with all the trimmings and everything, and we really sort of market ourselves and promote ourselves as a family pub.
Right.
So everybody's welcome, children, everyone. It's not, kids, we don't want you here because, you make a racket or anything like that. It's like you all come, everyone's enjoying themselves, as long as you're well behaved,
Right.
Yeah.
And well, normally it is, after too many pints of Guinness, exactly. They're the ones that misbehave.
So what are the hours for that the Sunday lunch runs from?
Well, we open the doors at 8:30
in the morning,
and we close for food at 11, but we normally close around midnight.
Okay.
But we can stay open later. On occasions we'll be able to 1 or 2 o'clock.
Right.
But generally we're closing up at about midnight.
Oh,
but the kitchen closes at 11 o'clock. So Sunday roast, all special. With Sunday roast is classed as a special. Like all through the week we do specials.
Okay.
And they all start at midday and then obviously run through to 11 o'clock.
Oh right, it's a pretty long time then.
Yeah, it's a long day. Sundays, it's definitely a long day.
And the Sunday roast, is that like carvery or a buffet style?
It's not buffet or carvery. It's literally you order your food and it's made, cooked freshly in the kitchen and served on a hot plate. It comes with, like I say, all the trimming stuff in Yorkshire, pigs in blankets, the full works. So that it's, most... You get a lot of doggy bags going home. So it's plenty to polish off. Yeah, it'll definitely fill you up.
And how much is that?
It ranges from around 285 to 315, depending on the meat.
Right.
Now, then obviously it's not the cheapest roast in town, but it's it's a big
quality.
meal.
Quality.
It's more for quality. And I think we've sort of hit the floor running with the roast. That was what we sort of, we got a name for ourselves for that quite quickly, and that's maintained. And we've sort of, and fortunately for us, if we have a few bad days in the week or a few quiet days, Sundays, we can always
up for it.
We always know we're going to have a busy day.
Yeah. Well, certainly if you can fill 100 seats nearly, and you're open for such a long time.
Yeah, that's
from 12
right.
till 11, you must be doing something right.
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly. And obviously the staff have to graft on that day. They have to work very hard.
Yeah.
The kitchen have to work very hard, and they get hot and bothered, but obviously they get rewarded because there's volume of people, so they get tipped better than normal. So everyone's a winner.
So you open at 8:30. So does that mean you do breakfast?
We do breakfast. We've recently introduced a 99-baht breakfast, and then we do a small breakfast and a large breakfast. The small breakfast, the 99-baht, which it wasn't really a gimmick. A lot of people thought, you're jumping on the bandwagon for the 99-baht breakfast.
Yeah.
It was really aimed at people that didn't want to look at a dinner that was, double eggs, double sausage, double bacon, beans, mushrooms, everything. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
And it's just a trimmed down version. And we thought, if we price it like that, obviously it'll catch people's eyes, and that comes with tea or coffee, toast, jam and butter, and a free refill as well.
All right.
Very good.
And what time of day does that run till?
Again, breakfast can be
all day breakfast.
All day breakfast,
Right. All right.
That'll run from 8:30 till all the way through the day till 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
So apart from the Sunday lunch, what would you say is your specialty?
Well, again, when we opened, we decided we wanted to make sure we had at least the most drafts that anyone else had on tap.
Right. Okay.
So we've got 7 drafts. We have had up to 8 drafts, but we took one off because it was just an issue with the size of the kegs. They doubled the kegs, went to 50 litres, and it was just too much. We knew we wouldn't be able to push it out. So currently we've got 7 drafts on tap.
Can you name some of them?
We've got the two typical Thai ones, Heineken and Tiger, which are obviously priced much more reasonably than the imported stuff. And then for the imports, we've got Magners, we've got Stella, we've got Boddingtons, we've got Guinness, and we've got Old Speckled Hen.
Oh, right. So are there many places doing these?
We're the only pub that, currently that have got Boddingtons in Pattaya.
Right.
And one of the few that have got Old Speckled Hen. Old Speckled Hen isn't everywhere, It's a little bit less. It's not as widespread, I think, because some people are worried that if they can go through a keg, within a week.
Right.
So, those are the 2 I'd say that you won't find everywhere. Maybe Stella as well, because it's the cost of Stella, it's difficult for people.
Yeah.
And
in terms of food, what's the range of food that you do?
It's pretty typically English style menu, like pub menu.
Yeah.
Like bangers and mash, fish and chips, your standard fare, cottage pie. We've got steaks on there. But then we've got some, what you call it Italian pasta dishes. So we've got 3 or 4 pasta dishes. We do one of the pasta days, or a special days, is a pasta day on Tuesday, which is today, where we do a chicken pasta bake, and we do spaghetti and meatballs. We've got starters. Obviously, we've got the breakfast menu, which we also do with the Asian, the continental, various breakfasts.
Yeah.
We do jacket potatoes. Not a massive range, but we just do, the standard. But if people want different toppings, they can have them if they want. We do sandwiches, baguettes. Obviously, the starter menu, which has things like pate, prawn cocktail, things like this. We do 4 soups at the moment. And then obviously the main menu. And then we do a dessert menu. We got desserts, but it's not extensive, to be honest. At the moment, we're looking to introduce a fridge into the pub. Yeah. It's an actual display, so
so you can
keep
have
a cool fridge, and so people can see what they want and just take it like that, so we don't have to put it in the menu necessarily.
Yeah.
And then obviously we do a whole range of Thai dishes. I'll be honest with you, right at the moment, I'm not sure how many. I think somewhere around the region of 40 dishes, I think.
Wow. It's still quite a selection.
Yeah, and with the Thai food, often they go off the menu, and because they know what they want, and obviously the Thais in the kitchen know exactly how
to cook it. And you have a children's menu?
We don't actually, but we're actually looking at doing a children's menu because we're just revamping the snack menu, which we haven't touched for quite some time. We've redone it, but we haven't reprinted it. And then because we've started thinking maybe we should be doing sort of a smaller menu for the kids, you know. But we cater for we've on the POS system. We've got a small selection of food, you know, that can cater for children, you know, if they wanted just sort of sausage, chips and beans and stuff like this. Because obviously they don't want a big roast dinner, or they don't, you know, great big plates of food. Yeah.
So what's your most popular dish apart from the Sunday rolls?
It does chop and change a little bit, but to be honest, it's the typical English fare, like bangers and mash, fish and chips, cottage pie, consistently there in the top three. Yeah. And then it gets it chops and it just changes from month to month. We do like a chicken parmigiana, when that was very slow to start with. Yeah. But now it's one of the best sellers, you know. Right. We sell steaks, but again, then they're not up at the top.
Are they domestic steaks or imported steaks?
We do both. We do a Canadian steak at the moment, but we also are looking at bringing an Australian steak in, and then we do a local Thai ribeye and a Thai fillet. Right. And the Thai fillet is very popular, and to be honest, it comes up very well. And that's the best-selling steak, the Thai fillet.
Okay. And what sort of price would that be for the local one?
At the moment, the Thai fillet, you might have got me there, $2.15, I believe.
Yeah, that's very reasonable.
It's very reasonable. Yeah. The Thai steaks, you can keep them down very low. I might have hit you with the ribeye one there. I think the fillet is $2.65.
Okay, I do apologise. Same sort of ballpark there.
Yeah, we're not talking 500, 600 baht. I mean, the Canadian steak is right. You know, then we're sort of doubling up. Yeah. But then obviously we have to pay a lot more for a Canadian fillet.
I would imagine that most of your clientele are British, but do you get other nationalities in there?
Yeah, well, they are the majority are British, but we get, you know, where we're based, there's an estate behind Ekmonkalate, and we get a lot of the locals from there. So we get Americans, Australians. We do get a fair amount of Russian people in. Oh, okay. Which
how do they take to English food? Because we don't have the reputation for having the best culinary taste in the world.
Well, they order differently. I mean, I don't want to sort of stereotype them, but they do go for their dishes where there's meat and potato in. So they've ordered, and they order, if there's say there's 4 or 5 of them, they'll order say 4 dishes, and they'll all be tucking in.
Have a little bit of these.
Yeah, they all sort of share, and they always drink Guinness.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're probably the biggest audience of Guinness, you know, for sure.
Oh, never realised that before.
Yeah, they love their Guinness, and mainly the women.
Oh, really?
The Russian ladies, Guinness. Right. So, and again, our Guinness is reasonably priced. You know, I don't really know exactly what everyone else prices at, but we try and be competitive. Yeah. Don't try and be too greedy. Try and keep the price sensible. Yeah. Obviously, try and make a living, but keep it sensible. Yeah. So it's affordable. And like I say, I think the Russians have probably got the monopoly on the Guinness. But not the Magners. Yeah, that's definitely an English thing.
Oh, definitely. Where can people find out more about the restaurant? Are you online? Do you have a website?
Well, we've got a Facebook page, which is the Punch and Judy. So Facebook is Punch and Judy. And then we've got a website, which is thepunchandjudy.co.th. Right. Obviously, they can ring us. We've got a phone number, landline 038 413 255, I believe.
Well remembered.
Or myself, my own phone number, 08487 3846. Those are the two main places.
Plenty of ways to contact you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very, very much for coming in.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me. And making me very hungry now. I think I'll be along to sample the waves very soon.
Okay.
And thanks for watching, everybody. But stay tuned, because we're going to be right back with Best of the Web very, very soon. See you then.